Hey everybody, good morning. Today is Monday, March 4th. I keep wanting to say February. It's March 4th, 2024. There's the house that was my home away from home when I was a kid. I think I may have mentioned this before, but this was the house my friend Mike lived in. There was a big tree, you can see the stump for it still there. A big Japanese maple that used to be right there. We would climb all the way to the very, very top of that thing. It was awesome. There was a garage in the back that was hit by a tree maybe like 2 or so years ago. Whole thing crushed. No longer there, but we used to play in the garage. We would play in his bedroom, which was right there. The basement, we'd play in that whole front like area right there, which was like a, I don't know, like a sitting room, a sunroom, if you will. We used that as the playroom. All his toys, all his and his sister's toys were in there. That was my home away from home. If I wasn't at my house playing, I was at this house playing as a kid. Oh my gosh, I wish I could go in there and do a tour for you guys of that house. That would be absolutely amazing if that was possible. I talked to the guy actually who owns that house a couple of, maybe like a year ago. I saw him outside doing some work and I said, hey, I used to play in this house all the time as a kid. And I was like, yeah, did you buy this from I said my friend's last name. And he's like, yeah, I did. So that's the owner who bought it off my friend's family who still lives there to this day. So pretty awesome. I would love to go in there and tour it. Probably not going to happen though. But a lot of memories in there. Just as many memories in that house as there were in my house. Anyway, so what's on the agenda for today? I just dropped the car off at the garage. We got the seat installed. That's done. That's taken care of. A lot of you guys want to see that. I'll show that to you guys eventually. Maybe today, maybe not. Maybe sometime this week. You'll see the seat at some point. So that's been taken care of. Seat has been installed. But now I have to have the van just kind of like looked over, make sure all the squirrel. Look at that. Hi. That's a very curious squirrel there. Anyway, have to have the van just kind of looked over, make sure all the fluids are topped, my tires are good, brakes are good, whatever else they check on a car, because in a couple days from now, I'll be heading back down to Florida, taking more stuff down. And every time I do that, before I do that, I always have my van just looked over quickly to make sure everything's good. It's a very long drive down, a very long drive back. Don't want to get stuck with a broken down vehicle, or a vehicle that's out of oil, or a vehicle whose tires are messed up or whatever. I want to make sure everything's good. So I always have my van looked at before I make that long drive. Speaking of car, I now realize not having two cars is kind of a pain in the butt, because I'm sort of stuck now at home until they call me to tell me my van is done, which could be in an hour from now, could be in a couple of hours from now. You never really know. It depends how many other vehicles are ahead of me in line. So who knows when my vehicle will be done. I do miss having Pumpkin though, because we could go somewhere today. I could say, let's hop in Pumpkin while my van is getting looked at. Let's go do something, but not today. Now I have to walk home and that's it. I'm just stuck at home for a while, but that's okay. I do have things to do. I have a lot of things to do actually. It's kind of insane how much there is to do. And I literally have 1 month as of today to get everything done, which sounds like a long time, but I know better than that. A lot of people go, one month, that's plenty of time. You got so much time to get stuff done. I do not. 1 month, 4 weeks is gonna feel like 4 days. Everything's gonna fly right by, and I have to have it all done by then, because that's when we close on the house, and there's a lot to get done. I got stuff to take out of the house yet. I have more stuff to take down to Florida. I have to figure out what it is I'm also going to be taking over to my brother's house. I already took a bunch of stuff over to his house, but I'm going to have more stuff. There's more stuff that has to go to my brother's house, so I have to figure out what it is I'm taking, what it is I'm not going to take right now. I wish I could just load the van like tonight with stuff to go down later on this week, but I can't. I gotta wait until like the day of, because I have to pick up my son from school and I can't really do that with the van that's completely loaded with stuff. So Plus, I don't want to drive around with a van loaded with stuff for the next couple of days. So I don't know. It's crazy. There's a lot to do. Again, stuff has to get packed up. Stuff has to get taken down to Florida. I got to figure out what's going to my brother's house. I have other things in the house that have to get thrown away or donated. In fact, I have a whole pile of stuff in the garage that has to get put into the van. Another reason why I can't pack the van. Stuff that has to get loaded into the van so I can take it to Liberty Thrift and donate it. We had the people who are buying the house, the guy who's buying the house, come and look at furniture. But you know what? Let's go inside. I'll explain that fiasco in a second. Okay, so the fiasco. Walk around my dogs down there. Anyway, the fiasco that was the new owner and his family coming to look at my house. It's very dark in here. We don't keep the windows open. I don't like people being able to. I am not a fan of open blinds and open windows. I don't want people from outside being able to see me inside. I feel like it's my house. Like if it was up to me, if I could have a house with no windows, I'd be okay with that. But anyway, so we invited the new owner of the house, not the owner yet. In a month, he'll be the new owner of the house. We invited him to come over to look at all of our furniture to see what it was he might want to keep, because we're not taking any of this stuff. We said, come over. What do you want? Let us know what you want, and you can have it. It's yours. We're not taking it. If you want it, you can have it. So we were being nice and generous and offering that stuff up to him. The good news is he wanted most of it. Like 95% of everything in the house he wanted. He did not want the couch, which I don't blame him. That's a very old couch. That needs to be thrown away. We had a slipcover over it and everything during the showing because it's such an old couch. He doesn't want that. That's fine. We'll get rid of that. But he wants everything else. He wants all the tables and chairs, all of these chairs. He wants all the dining room furniture. He wants all the living room furniture. He wants all the bedroom furniture. Not my son's. I'm gonna have to figure out how to take my son's bed apart. But he wants all the master bedroom stuff. He pretty much wants everything, which is great. That's awesome. That's staying with Brittany. She wants her secretary, and the TVs are coming with us as well. But everything else, for the most part, is staying. But the reason why I said it was a fiasco, a disaster, is because it turns out the guy who's buying our house, his father is his realtor. So realtor. So you guys are saying it's not realtor, it's realtor. It is. It's just realtor. It's a weird word. Anyway, so his father is the realtor. So they were supposed to come. I thought, okay, they're going to be here for what, like half hour max. How long does it take to go? I want that. I want that. I want that. I want that. Like half hour max. So I took my son and the dogs. We went out. We got some food. Just ate the food in the car with the dogs while we waited. Came back home like an hour later. By the time we went and got food, ate the food, did all that stuff, it was about an hour later. So I thought, okay, the guy's going to be gone by now. Half hour max to look at everything. An hour, plenty of time. We come back and they're still here. They're still out front. They're walking around the house with flashlights, looking at things, talking, whatever. They basically use the day as kind of their way of just walking through the house. Almost like a final walkthrough or whatever. I don't think they realize we still live here. I don't know. They also went through everything, and that's what bugged me. I kind of felt violated. They went through all the closets. They went into every single room, and they started marking stuff with tape. Anything they put a piece of blue painter's tape on was stuff they wanted. They went through everything. And that kind of bugged me, because I was like, no, we told you to look at the furniture. We didn't tell you to go into our closets and start marking off other items. We didn't tell you to go into they went to the garage and started marking off items that I'm taking down to Florida. I'm storing all this stuff I'm taking down to Florida in the garage right now. They went into the garage and started marking off stuff in there. And I'm like, that's not what we said. We literally invited you to come over to look at the furniture, not start marking off, my shop vac and our vacuums and things in the closets and stuff in the garage. Like, just no. So I was a little bummed out about that. That wasn't too cool. It actually got to the point, I met the owner, because it got to the point where an hour and a half later, they weren't done with the house yet, which again, because they were just walking around and just probably talking, I'm going to paint this room. We're going to do, I'm sure they were just talking about things they're going to do to the house and just spent a lot of time walking around looking at it. I met him. I got kind of fed up, and I parked out front. I got out of the van. I walked up. I was gonna say, hey, we'd like to get back in our house now. So met the guy. Seems nice enough, but that was nuts. Anyway, they proceeded then to tell me things they don't want to keep and things we have to get rid of. So, I mean, I know a lot of people are gonna say you don't have to get rid of it, and I guess I don't. But my realtor says get rid of it. I don't know. Everybody's telling me to get rid of it. I know you're not supposed to just leave your stuff in a house. I get it, but it kind of bugs me that I got to get rid of all this stuff. But I know. When you sell a house, you're supposed to leave them an empty house unless they say they want to keep stuff like they are. You're supposed to leave an empty house. You're not supposed to leave a house with stuff in it. I understand that. I get it. If you bought a new house, would you want a house with all kinds of stuff that you know how to throw away? You wouldn't. I understand. But I now have to figure out how to get rid of a refrigerator downstairs. There's a refrigerator downstairs that doesn't work. We just use it as storage. So, got to get rid of that. They did not want, I don't know why they don't want them. I honestly wish I should have got the guy's number and should have called him and said, hey, you want to keep these, I think. But I had these 2 massive bookshelves, and they're like heavy duty bookshelves for like offices, and they're meant to hold like encyclopedias and stuff. They're crazy. They're amazing. The wood's so thick on it. It's awesome. They're very heavy, but they're so cool. That's why I took them to hold my laser discs and CEDs on back in the day. They hold so much weight. You can stand like 20 people on a shelf and it's not gonna break. It's awesome. But they don't want those, so I gotta get rid of those. There's a couple other things. Oh, there's the filing cabinets out in the garage. Gotta get rid of those. I could donate them, I guess. Well, that's the thing. I would donate the other things, the shelves and the filing cabinets. But it's that darn refrigerator. Like you have to you can't just throw a refrigerator out or anything. And if it doesn't work, you can't donate it. So it's a pain because I have to get rid of that, and you have to like call somebody special to get rid of it because I guess the freons or whatever's inside it. I don't know. You can't just chuck a refrigerator. There's like laws against that. So I found a company who's going to come and they're going to take that, and I'm just going to have them take the other stuff as well. They're coming tonight, so it's a pain. I got to pay to have some stuff hauled away. I'm not happy about it. There was some stuff, a couple shelves up in the attic that I was hoping they wouldn't notice because I don't feel like taking those down. But I got to do that. Started to do that last night. So again, it's just crazy stuff. But that's moving. I know. I'm just getting stuff off my chest. That's what today is. Today's just me getting stuff off my chest and just ranting. And basically, I'm extremely stressed at the moment. I thought the stress was done. We sold the house. I thought, I can relax. And then I realized, no, I can't. I have so much stuff to get done. There's just a ton of stuff. All of Brittany's stuff has to be out of the house as well. That's still all in the garage. I guess we're taking that to my brother's house as well. I don't know what we're doing with her stuff. I gotta find out what we're doing with her stuff because that has to be out of the garage, which will probably mean me loading it into the van and then me taking it to my brother's house and then me unloading it. So more stuff I gotta do. Anyway, crazy. I'm stressed. I'm super stressed out. There's a lot to get done. So I'm gonna go work on some of that stuff. I have to. There's like wood in the basement that I knew I had to get rid of, but I gotta get rid of that. But I gotta go clean some stuff up now because those people are coming over tonight to take stuff away, and there's like stuff in the way. So I'm gonna go clean up. I'm gonna go put stuff away. I'm gonna go probably like fine-tunely pack, meaning I'm gonna take some stuff I have out in the garage, maybe like try to condense it into smaller boxes and whatnot, or into like try to condense it just into boxes in general. I don't know. Again, crazy. Selling a house, not fun. I'd say if you can avoid it, avoid it. As you can see, we have all of the our realtor's stuff just kind of piled up. She never actually told me when she's coming to get all that stuff. She did say last week, put it in a pile and I'll come get it. Only to then a couple hours later say, no, wait, hold on. They're coming over to see the furniture. Put everything back. So anyway, we don't need it back now. It's all there in a pile for her to come pick up at some point. But anyway, I have this wood that I have to throw out. That's the refrigerator. It just, again, we were using it just as storage. Like in here was light bulbs. It's a mess right now because I actually went through this last night and took all the light bulbs. I would have just left all the, what? Why is it not showing? I don't know. I would have just left all the light bulbs for the new owner, but he doesn't want this stuff, so whatever. And I know there's a piece of blue tape on it, but piece of blue tape on it. So I guess at one point they went, yeah, we want this. And then they had a note on it that says, keep if works. It doesn't work anymore. So anyway, I just used it as storage. I just used it as shelves because I did not know how to even remotely get it out of the basement. These are the shelves I'm talking about. Look at these things. They're crazy. These are amazing, awesome shelves. I wish I could call the guy and say, hey, do you plan on storing anything in the basement? Because if you do, you probably want to hold on to these, but I don't know. He doesn't want them. So I've got to get rid of that. Luckily, the workbench, all this stuff here, all of that, all this stuff he said keep. So that can stay. I don't have to get rid of that. That's nice. All the stuff under there, he wants as well. I'm kind of surprised he wants that like that. He probably wants that work seat because I used it here. It's it's a great little workbench, not work stool for this area. I guess that's why he wants it. But there's all kinds of stuff back there he wants, which is great. I don't have to get rid of it. That's fantastic. But I do have to get rid of this wood. I'll probably chuck this in the trash tonight. There's also this wood that I have to get rid of as well. That wood was piled up over there, but I moved it in here to get rid of it. I took down the TV last night. You can see look at that. You can see the old DVD sign up there, which just goes to show you how much these lights sort of fade things. It makes me wonder how much fading has happened over the years to my movies. They look fine, but I bet they've been faded. The spines have been faded ever so slightly. That's crazy that it like burned the DVD logo. I guess you guys can see that, right? It burned the DVD logo into there. Because at one point, that logo was up there. My DVD sign, my DVD video sign was up there until I rearranged the library and put the TV up there instead. But there's the TV now. I gotta take it to Florida. So thankfully, it's a very, very light TV. I do appreciate how light TVs have become because I have a Vizio upstairs that's also going to come with me. It's an old 3D Vizio. It's awesome. But I honestly would probably just leave the Vizio here. I would say, you know what? We don't need that TV. But it is a 3D TV, so I'm taking it. I'm not leaving a 3D TV behind. They don't make 3D TVs anymore, so I'm taking it. But it weighs a ton. This TV, I put it up myself. When I put it up, I took it down myself. It barely weighs anything. It's awesome. The bracket to hold it to the wall weighs way more than the TV does. So anyway, that's done. I don't really plan on hanging out down here anymore. I need to get rid of everything down here. Like everything, the table, the coffee table, that's going to go. I'm not keeping that. That's not in great condition. I'm going to get a new one. I have another one of these shelves. Again, I think the owners should keep these. I'm just saying, these are expensive shelves. I got them for free because they were throwing them out of my old office I used to work at. But these shelves are not cheap. These are expensive. Like, again, heavy-duty shelves. I don't know. Thinking the dude should keep them. All right, anyway, so like I said, I got stuff to clean up. I'm probably going to go up in the attic. I got more shelves to bring down from up there. Lots of stuff to do. I have all these like paint cans. I do have paint cans I'm gonna throw out. I've been getting rid of them, but I think all these paint cans, I hope he's okay with them. That's paint for like the house. Like I realize he might repaint the house, but I kind of feel like, right? I should leave the paint cans that's paint for the house, like the paint for the walls and stuff like that, because you might need to touch stuff up. Like that's why I kept them. That's why I kept all the paint cans, because every now and then you nick the wall, you bump something against the wall, you have a mark, you got to get the paint out and touch it up. So I should leave those, right? That seems like the right thing to do. Everything else down there too, it's old. It's like tiles, like the extra tiles for the kitchen. There's tiles for the patio furniture. There's like extra tiles for that. There's an extra wall sconce. They came in 2s and I needed 3, so there's an extra one. I feel like I should leave that. That's extra flooring for the bathroom. I feel like I should leave all this stuff because it's extra stuff for the house that he might need. And then those paint cans I'll throw out. So anyway, there's just so much to do. I'm gonna try to get as much of it done as I possibly can. I got all this stuff to pack up yet. There's a lot to do, and I gotta get all this stuff out of the way. I gotta put all this out in the garage because is it like I'm looking at this gap here. I guess the refrigerators, I don't even know if the refrigerator is going to fit, honestly. If the guys who come tonight say, we can't get this refrigerator through there, then sorry, new owners, it's staying because I'm not taking the workbench. They want the workbench. I'm not taking this out. I would have to literally take this whole thing apart, which is, I'm not doing that. So anyway, hopefully they can figure that out, because if they can't, that's staying. In fact, if they can't figure out how to get rid of that, then just everything's staying. I'm not gonna hire them to take away stuff that should just stay. All right. Anyway, I gotta go to the post office. I got packages that have to be sent out. It's a busy day. I'm gonna go start doing stuff now. I really wish I could just start putting stuff out to the curb right now, but again, there's rules and ordinances and things you have to follow in the borough. And one of those things is you can't put your trash out too early, I guess, because again, they want things to look nice. And I think it's like 6 o'clock or something like that. You can put it out the day before, but not until like 6 o'clock or something like that in the evening. I don't know. I'm going to put all this stuff out. This is all stuff that's going either into the trash or recycling. I forgot to give Carvana my Kia Soul like mat that goes in the trunk area. Oh well. Anyway, all this stuff is going in the trash, either the trash or recycling. These are some of the shelves that were up in the attic. I've got a bunch more to bring down, but I want to start putting this stuff out now, but I really can't. I'm going to do it earlier than 6 though, because the people who are coming to get rid of stuff, they're coming at around like 4 or so, and they're probably going to want to come through here, which means I have to get rid of, I have to move some of Brittany's stuff, but yeah, they're going to take the filing cabinets, so I gotta get this stuff moved. If they finish my van in time, this is all stuff here that's getting donated. So I'm going to take all this stuff and try to get it into the van. But yeah, they were out here just going through everything. And you see there's blue tape on the cabinets over there, which is great. They're keeping those. I don't have to get rid of those. I wasn't going to anyway. So anyway, I'm keeping that stuff. But they came out here and they started putting tape on. They started putting tape on like some of this stuff, some of Brittany's stuff. They put tape on my shop vac. And they even came all the way, like they walked all the way through here and started putting tape on like wires and like my tools and stuff that are back here. I'm like, wouldn't like they put tape on the hose and whatnot. I'm like, no. Like that's not. We invited you to come out here to look at the furniture, not this stuff. So, but anyway, luckily they're keeping all that. All right. Anyway, I don't know. I gotta get this stuff cleaned up. I'm gonna get stressed. Stressed. That's me. And again, I got to go through all this and figure out what I don't need immediately, because whatever I don't need, it does have to go to my brother's house, because I'm not going to get all this stuff down in 2 more trips. My goal is this trip to get all the shelves down. I'm pretty sure I can do that. I'm like 95% sure I can fit these shelves in the van. It looks like a lot, but I think if I do it a certain way, I can get these all in there. And then hopefully, if I can get all those shelves in there, maybe I'll have a little bit of space to bring down some more of just the other stuff, I hope. But even so, I don't think it's all going to get down there in 2 more trips. I really want to bring my couch as well. The couch I have in the basement, I don't feel like spending like $500, $600 on a new couch when what I have down there is perfectly fine. And I think will fit in the van. They actually want to keep it. They taped that as well, even though I told them that wasn't part of the thing. But anyway, they taped that. So I don't have to get rid of it. If it doesn't fit in my van or whatever, I can keep it here, but I want to keep it. I don't it's a good couch. It's still in great shape, it's in great condition. There's nothing wrong with it. It's been standing up very well. I don't want to spend like $500-$600 to get a new couch delivered to the house in Florida. I'm gonna need a new one. If I don't take that one, I want to take it. But at the same time, I've got all the rest of this stuff to take down. I need like 5 more trips. Not 2. So I don't know what I'm doing with the couch. I don't know. Maybe it'll stay. Maybe I'll just say heck with it. I'm buying a new couch. I don't know. We'll see. But all right. Okay. Enough complaining. Enough whining. I'm just getting stuff off my chest today. I'm gonna go straighten this up. I'm gonna go get rid of some of that wood. I'm gonna go or move some of that wood. I'm gonna try to move some of this stuff, and I'm gonna go maybe get some stuff out of the attic, because I want to try and throw more stuff out. The garbage men are going to be so ticked off of me over the next couple of weeks. There's a lot going to be going into the trash, but I mean, it is what it is. They only have to put up with me for like 4 more weeks, and then they'll never have to see me again. All right, okay. I'm gonna put the camera down now, and I'm actually gonna get to work. It is insane how much this TV weighs. All I did was slid it off of there, because I'm keeping this, onto the coffee table I'm not keeping, and I'm out of breath. I did not even lift it. I just slid it from one table to another table, and this thing, like, it's insane. It weighs so much. It weighs a couple 100 pounds. It's nuts. It's a Sony Wega CRT HD TV. It's 720, has HDMI hookups in back. This thing is it's a gem in my collection. I love this. They are very hard to find. They are rare. They are obscure. I do have 2 of them, but they're not easy to find. And when you do find them, they either know what they have and they're charging you an arm and a leg for these, or if you want to buy them online, they're going to cost you an arm and a leg, and they're going to cost you even more in shipping. It's insane. So I want to keep this. The other one I have is a later model and weighs maybe like a quarter of what this one does. They did something in the technology to bring that weight down considerably from this model to the other one. But I want to bring this with me. I don't know how. I don't know how it's getting upstairs. I don't know how once I get it to Florida, it's going to get unloaded. I don't know, but I don't want to get rid of this. Again, it's such an obscure rarity, and it's a gem of my collection. I don't want to get rid of this. So I'm going to figure out how to keep this and get it upstairs. Maybe the guys who are coming to haul away stuff, I'll say, you know what? I want that coffee table gone as well. But can you guys bring the TV that's sitting on it upstairs for me? That'd be great. Maybe they'll do that for me. We'll see. But anyway, I am going to keep that. So, okay, I can take that upstairs now. That doesn't weigh very much, but this thing is a beast. But it's a beautiful beast. All right, so I was completely wrong. The shelf actually does weigh a lot more than I had anticipated. Bringing it up the stairs out to the garage was not easy. That shelf is more heavy duty than I thought it was, which probably explains why it can hold the 300-pound TV just fine. But all right, so that's now in the garage. That's ready to go down to Florida whenever that gets down there. But I did just have an order come through for Bigfoot the movie. Not a very good movie, and not a lot of Bigfoot in this movie either. So I sold it, and it now has to get packed up. I'm thinking I'm not going to be actually shipping out any orders until tomorrow. And I say that because I have to go out to the Valley Forge area tomorrow anyway. So I'm just going to hold off. I'm just going to pack all this stuff up, get it ready to go out, and then just wait till tomorrow when I'm actually already out that way. So that's the plan. But in the meantime, I'm going to get this packed up. That's the way I do orders. I pack them up immediately. An order comes through, I pack it up, because if I don't, I then let orders pile up. And next thing I know, I have 20 orders that I'll have to go out at the same exact time and get packed up at the same exact time. And that's not fun. I say just take care of them as they come in. So, all right, I'm gonna pack that up. Okay, so the order has been packed up. That's ready to go out. I feel like my hair is just crazy today. I need to, I need to get my pomade out. Anyway, so order has been packed up. Stuff has been taken out into the garage. I guess now I'll go up into the attic and start bringing down some shelves. I have not a lot of shelves up there, just a couple of them, but they do have to come down. They do have to go out into the trash. I'm not going to bring all of them down today. I'm just going to bring down maybe 1 or 2 of them. If I do that, if I bring down 1 or 2 shelves every couple of days, then in the next 2 weeks or so, I can probably have all the shelves out into the trash. There's just only so much I can put out in the garbage at one time. I think anyway. I don't know. I don't know if there's limits to how much stuff you can put out on the curb at a time. But I just kind of feel like a jerk if I have this giant mound of trash. I feel like the trash guys are gonna show up at my house and knock on my door and beat me up if I do that. So I try to keep my pile of trash to a minimum. I've been trying to do that over the last couple of months that we've been getting rid of stuff. I've been trying to be good and not go crazy with huge, giant mounds of trash. So I'm going to try to limit how many shelving units I put out there right now. But they're just old, media shelves and stuff like that I've taken apart, and they're in 3 different pieces, and they're up in the attic now that I thought maybe I'd use someday that I'm not going to use at this point. So they're going to go in the trash. But I got to get those down. So, all right, I guess I'm gonna go up into the attic, get all dusty and dirty and breathing who knows what's up there. It's just, again, so much stuff to get done. So in last week's house tour I filmed for you guys, I told you I had an attic. I showed you the door to the attic, but I never actually showed you the attic. This is it. Not anything really to look at. More of a crawl space, if you will, but it was good for storage. We had all the Christmas stuff over here. This is the AC unit thing. And then over here, we just had more storage, including a whole bunch of media shelves that I was kind of hoping I could just sort of leave there and it'd be the problem of the new owner. But no, again, in the violation of my life that happened the other day, the owners actually, or the new owner, the soon-to-be owner, again, not owner yet, soon-to-be owner, apparently came up into the attic, looked around as well, saw the shelves, and left a note saying, please remove everything from the attic. So now I have to take all of this stuff down as well, which is fine. It's okay, but it is more stuff that I have to get rid of, more stuff that I have to take down. So I'm going to have to get a bunch of these down today. I'm thinking maybe just like 2 or so shelves. If I can get 2 taken down today and then 2 taken down like next week and whatnot, I'll have all this down by like a week or 2. So, all right, I'm gonna grab a couple of shelves, bring them down, get those taken care of. There's just, again, it's stuff that's piling up and stuff I have to take care of, including a bunch of stupid shelves now that I was just hoping I could get rid of leaving, but that's not gonna happen now. I just received a phone call from the people who are coming to move the fridge and all that stuff, and they're actually gonna show up early. It's only like noon, and they just called to say that they could come early. So there's a package here. That's weird. Wasn't they must have stopped by in like the couple of seconds I was. That's weird that this door was only open for like a second where I wasn't here. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, they said they could come early. They're going to show up in like a half hour or so. But I got to make room so they can get all this stuff out of here. So I'm gonna put all this stuff out early. The shelves and whatnot I brought down, all the trash. I'm gonna put it out early. Hopefully nobody cares about that. They shouldn't. Nobody's gonna say anything. If they say anything, I'll say, oh, I was going away for the week and I wanted to put the trash out in time or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna put the trash out now because I've got to get it out of the way. So good. I'm you know what? I'm glad they're coming early because that's less I got to deal with later on. I mean, I'm home. My car still isn't here yet. My van's still getting worked on, so might as well get this stuff done now. Ooh, I am officially out of breath now. Not from taking the garbage out to the curb. That was a little tiring. There was a lot to take out, but mostly from manhandling the snowblower. I hate this thing. I'm so happy I will never have to look at this or handle this ever again. It is no longer my problem. But yeah, that's been moved. I've cleared out some space. I'm gonna have to clear out more, but I don't know where they're gonna be going. I don't know if they're gonna be taking stuff through the front door or through the garage door. So I'm gonna wait till they show up to find out what exactly they need to do. I know this stuff will have to get moved, but I'll do that once they get here. So, all right, trash has been taken out. Most of the trash has been taken out. I still have more to take out, but most of the trash that was in the way has been taken out. Snowblower has been moved. And now I just sit around and wait for these people to show up. Thankfully early, but still I just now sit and I wait. Okay, so it's time for the good news, bad news portion of the video. The good news is they did take the filing cabinets for $20 to avoid a cancellation fee. Also, for an extra $20, I slipped them under the table. They brought the TV, the CRT TV up for me. So that is awesome. I still have to get that into the van somehow, but at least it's in the garage now, no longer in the basement. So that's the good news. The bad news is they did not take the fridge and they did not take everything else because the issue that I saw happening, and that's they weren't quite sure if they could get the fridge through that little opening. They don't think it could be possible, and they were afraid they might damage the furnace, which obviously is something we do not want. So they had to reschedule. They're going to bring somebody out here on Wednesday to take the fridge for us. So that's at least good. The other bad news is what they quoted me over the phone is completely different than what they quoted me when they arrived here. Their price was quite a bit higher. So the couch, I was thinking maybe they could also get rid of for me. That's going to go out on the next bulk trash day at the end of the month. That I'm going to do. I'm thinking the 2 large shelves that, again, I feel like they should keep. They're probably just going to keep them. They're staying down there. It is what it is. I'm keeping those in the basement. It just is what it is. My main focus is that refrigerator. That has to be taken out. And what they quoted me on doing that for isn't too bad. So there's good news. There's bad news. Now I have to be home Wednesday evening to have that taken care of. But again, it is what it is. It's not the worst thing in the world. At least the filing cabinets are gone. At least my TV. Where's my TV? There it is. At least my TV is up in the garage now. So whatever. I just, again, if you can avoid moving, avoid it. All right, guys. But with that, we're gonna call it quits for this weird, strange, once again, video where you just watched me do things around my house. Like I said, there's gonna be more of these videos in the future over the next month because there's a lot of stuff around the house that I have to do. There's gonna be a lot of days where I kind of just have to stay home and just take care of stuff that has to be taken care of. But you guys do seem to enjoy these videos, so that's good. Anyway, they just called me, told me my van was done, so I'm gonna go pick that up. But all right, guys. What a day. What a day of getting things done. What a day of taking out way too much trash. I still have some more I'm gonna put out later on. What a day of waiting around for 1-800-GOT-JUNK to only take away some of my junk, but at least they moved the TV. That was nice. Sometimes it pays to slip people an extra couple of bucks to do something nice for you. That was awesome. They can get lunch, and I got my TV moved. So that's great. But all right, guys. Again, with that, we are done. I'm calling it quits for the day. I'm just over today at this point. I gotta get my van and then go pick up my son. So as always, guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Check down below for links to Patreon. If you guys do become a patron, I will send you a postcard every single month from, what was that? Every single month from the road. Also check down below for a link to Spreadshirt, where you can grab yourself retro Rest Stop t-shirts, proceeds, both from Spreadshirt and from Patreon do help support the show. I'm getting winded. And they do keep the show going, so I appreciate the support. It's actually really nice out. I don't need this jacket. A little sweaty at the moment because it's so nice out and because I'm so out of shape, because walking up a slight incline gets me out of breath. All right, guys, like I said, check down below for all the links. And if you guys watch this video all the way until the very end, hashtag never move. Hashtag never move. If you guys watch this video all the way until the very end. But all right, guys, again, like I said, thanks for watching. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And if you do hit that subscribe button or you are subscribed, then I will see you guys in the next video. All right, have a good one. Bye. All right, so since a number of you guys did ask, I will show you the new seat we had installed in Vanabelle, the new bench seat for Max and Sean. There she is. Nothing too overly fancy, just a new bench seat for 2 children to sit on. We had it installed like kind of up against the wall to obviously save a bunch of space. It looks nice. It's amazing. It is awesome. Now Max and Sean will both have a place to sit in the van. So that's done. One thing I can check off the list of many things that I still have to do within the next 4 weeks. 1. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. Bye.